Hey, Arcturus here. Today, we're looking at Hogwarts Chamber of Secrets from Lego Harry Potter. This is set 76389 and is from the second year. Harry Potter descends into the Chamber of Secrets to save Ginny Weasley from the Diary of Lord Voldemort. This set comes with a large number of minifigures, with Nearly Headless Nick, a Tom Riddle, Gilderoy Lockhart, Albus Dumbledore, Aurora Sinistra, Harry Potter, Ginny Weasley, Colin Creevey, Luna Lovegood, and Justin Finch-Fletchley. It also comes with the Anniversary Lord Voldemort, which is a solid gold Lord Voldemort, or a solid gold colored Lord Voldemort. It is not, unfortunately, made out of solid gold. Let's take a look at the back of the box. So here we have some play features such as the dueling platform, Gilderoy Lockhart's office, the astronomy tower, of course, the Chamber of Secrets, along with the basilisk. And it also comes with 6 wizard cards, which are random tiles with various wizards. Has the modular functionality where you can attach certain other sets, such as the Hogwarts potion accident, which would attach to this as well. Although it might be difficult to squeeze it in there, but maybe you could replace the defense classroom with the Moaning Myrtle's bathroom or the potion incident. The only thing that's odd is that you don't get a Ron Weasley figure. I mean, I guess it's not mandatory, but I would have thought they would have included him over Justin Finch-Fletchley as he descends into the chamber with Harry, but it doesn't look like you have enough room to have the 2 separate places to have Ron separated off from Harry. So that could be why. It could also be they put him in several other sets that they would have expected you to also have picked up, so maybe that's more a part of it. So here we have the contents of the Hogwarts Chamber of Secrets, the instruction booklet, quite thick, and then several bags, 8 bags, although here we have the basic instructions where you build 3 minifigures, Aurora Sinistra, Harry Potter, and Colin Creevey in bag 1, along with the basilisk. And then in bag 2, we'll build the defense classroom and Luna Lovegood. And then bag 3 will be Gilderoy Lockhart's office. Bag 4 has the Great Hall, the dueling platform with Albus Dumbledore and Finch-Fletchley. And then book 5 is some roofing with... Bag 5 is some roofing with Nearly Headless Nick, and then bag 6 is part of the chamber with Ginny Weasley. Bag 7 is the serpent door through which the basilisk is summoned by Tom Riddle. Bag 8 is some more of the chamber, as is bag 9, which contains the Anniversary Lord Voldemort. Some basic instructions. There is a sticker sheet for this one, which has some very pretty stickers, I will admit. It's unfortunate that they are stickers and not printed pieces, in my opinion. I think that is kind of a downer, especially for a set of this size in price, that these really should be, in my opinion, printed pieces as opposed to stickers. I really think it's not great that they are stickers. I get that that's how these things go. And they do look really good, so I won't... it's not the worst stickers in the world. I think some in other sets don't look quite as good. But, it is still kind of disappointing that they are stickers. So the set is assembled. Let's take a look at the minifigures that come with it first. So we'll start off with Harry Potter. So this comes with the Sword of Gryffindor, as it should. And also some back printing. Has the shorter legs used for the students. Has some front printing, dual-sided face printing, a more fearful face on the back, and then a more smirking assured face on the front, also with the Sword of Gryffindor and a wand. Then we have Ginny Weasley. Again, both have back printing. And then front printing, also the two-sided face printing as well. And again, with the short legs for the second-year students. And we'll just continue. So we get a Hufflepuff. I believe this is from where they have the duel with the snake, which you also get a small snake for in the dueling classroom, which we'll have shortly. And this one does have also a back printing with the hood pulled down, and it has some yellow in there to denote the Hufflepuff on both sides. And similar for Luna Lovegood, which is an odd choice to include in the set, has the blue here on the back. And again, also the two-sided face printing. It is odd that they didn't include Draco Malfoy or Ron Weasley in this, I think. I think that might make more sense than Luna Lovegood and Justin from Hufflepuff. But then it does also have Colin Creevey with the camera, which makes sense. Then we also get a apparition of Tom Riddle, which also has an angry face and more frowning face. Leg printing on this one with the fully molded legs, as well as the Slytherin robe, slightly fancier with the Hogwarts. He even has the Hogwarts prefect badge and has some slightly fancier robes here where his robes are kind of open and you get the vest and sweater and then tie there as well, as opposed to just the shirt and tie. And they kind of, the banding on the legs is, the rest of the robes as they go down, which is pretty interesting. And there is waist printing on this one, which sometimes you don't get right on that waist. Sometimes that's just blank and doesn't work quite as well. A solid bar of either, black or gray. And in this case, it has the gap, which is interesting. We also get a Dumbledore with his purple robes with a great deal of detail. No back printing on the robes, but there is back printing on the torso and, of course, a second face for Dumbledore. But since most of his face is hidden by the beard, which does also hide some of the printing on the robe, so his robes do go all the way up with keeping that detailed print for his robes all the way up there, and again some on the back with a hood folded down. He does have the dual-sided face printing, but because of his beard you tend not to see anything other than the eyes, and that is one difference, is the glasses are on the nose here, whereas they are lower on this one. This one you can see his glasses above the beard, whereas in the other they are kind of masked by it. And then we have Aurora Sinistra, the professor of astronomy, also with dual-sided face printing, more in the classroom teaching, and then probably more at the feast sort of face printing there. Front printing with some nice detail in there, and again also some back printing. Her hat is a little odd, but it does, I think, make sense because it has hair built in to the hat itself, which looks quite nice when it's on. It's just kind of an interesting choice. I can 100% understand why they would do it that way. It makes getting the hat on there probably a little easier. And we also have Gilderoy Lockhart in his kind of salmon or peach colored robes, with his fine cravat in the front, and then some printing on the back. No leg printing, but he does have the two-sided faces, sort of one where the wand is broken, and then more his expected smiling face. And then as the last minifigure for in the set, we have Nearly Headless Nick, who is actually glow-in-the-dark, with some back printing, which looks pretty cool, and some front printing all the way on the legs as well, along with a belt, which is just a really nice, I think this is probably the best minifigure out of the set, because of all the details. It does glow in the dark, and a nice large hairpiece, and two different facial expressions, one for when he has been petrified, and one for when he has not. And he also has this pulled back hairpiece. 2 of these little doxies, same kind of printing. So it comes with both the Tom's Riddle diary with a blank piece inside and a sticker piece to kind of show the wear on the front of the diary. And then also a second book as well. And then it does also come with 6 randomized wizarding tiles, kind of like the chocolate frog cards. And you get 6 random ones, is my understanding, that each set has a different set of 6 tiles. So, those. Additionally, the set also comes with the 20th anniversary Golden Lord Voldemort. So it comes with the 20-year anniversary printing on the back of the torso, and then a skirt piece or robe piece there, and then some printing with gold on gold of robes with stars on them, and Voldemort's face. Only one face printing on that, but also comes with a golden wand and a little golden stand. So if you're looking for that, he is in this set. Also comes with a basilisk, with some rotatability of the pieces. So you can kind of pick it so it goes up. You could have it go all the way up, more to the side. Right, some rotation ability on these pieces. I'm not sure what these side pieces are for, other than to add some roundness to this center shape, as it looks kind of like they should be ribs, but I don't know why they would be exposed on this. Not entirely sure. But the print on the face piece actually looks quite nice and opens up, has some teeth. Openable. Probably very similar to some of the dinosaurs from the Jurassic Park set. Some nice printing and ridges here on the face, and the eyes are printed on. Let's move on to the core of the build. I'll just slide these over to the side. We'll pull. Oops. So it does have the modular pinholes, as would be expected from a lot of the Hogwarts castle sets. So you can kind of attach them how you wish and stack them how you wish. So we'll start with the Great Hall and then the Snake Door, or the door in the Chamber of Secrets, where to get further into the chamber with the password. So get a nice round. It'd help if I pushed it in all the way. Get a nice round, the round pipe entrance with some green round pieces to give that more Slytherin feel. Not much here on the back. You do get a little bit of the roof work here in an owl, as well as a little toad and some glow-in-the-dark pieces. These little white tiles actually glow in the dark. And then you also get the snake door, of course, with the multiple snake locks from... If you've seen the movie, it's very iconic, although it might have had a few more snakes on it in that. But with Lego, it could be difficult to get too much into some of these pieces and maintain a reasonable build. And then the door closes with this nice little hinge stack with enough hinging that it actually closes nicely and doesn't leave like a weird gap, which is a clever way of doing it, because these allow it to, you can hinge it that way, but you can also rotate so it can close like that, and then it doesn't close, and then it has that little extra flexibility to kind of close, which I thought was pretty interesting, a clever way of getting there. So next we'll look at the Great Hall. So I'll just take it off, and this is how it separates. So this modular portion, I'd consider it a modular portion, is kind of locked into having this section be the Great Hall. So that's not, and now you could take this off and swap it that way, but it's not really, it's very designed to go with the rest of the Great Hall. So we'll start with the top section first. So we do have some roof pieces that have some foldability there. We have a little hidden compartment behind the Hogwarts sign with the sorting hat. And then we have the Hogwarts banner. This is a sticker piece, and it's one of the ones that, to me, would make way more sense if they actually just printed this piece. A lot of the other stickers, as we'll see in this set, actually do kind of make sense. There's one or two others where it's like, well, it'd be nice if this was a printed piece as opposed to a sticker. But a lot of the others, like Gilderoy Lockhart's portraits, make sense to me as stickers because there's probably not a lot of reusability for them. But this banner piece should be printed, I think. I think it's not too much to ask for them to print up Hogwarts banners, even if we have to make like a slightly larger banner than just this single flat piece. Yeah, with the hinge, if we have to make a little something, that'd be fine, but it really should be a printed piece, I think. Then we have a little globe with a glow-in-the-dark piece inside of it. Maybe this is supposed to represent a chessboard, and then some additional little pieces with gems, kind of like potions or, jewels. It's kind of nice little add-ins, some nice little candle pieces, another toad, or these are probably supposed to be chocolate frogs, I would suspect, actually. This piece does lift up, so you have a little easier time getting stuff into that section. The next side does not. Some goblets, and then the headmaster's podium. So we can just go ahead and slide Dumbledore behind it, and now he's at the podium. And then if we look at the front, we get a very nice, iconic-looking Hogwarts piece with some little roof tiles to give it. So then next we have the underground portion, and one thing I want to point out before we get started is we do have these little lock pieces to latch in the center section, which if you unlock just comes right out and has some grooves to slide along it. And in it has the broken fang for the basilisk. And then it also kind of fills in the rest of the statue. So, some nice little detail on the inside, but really it looks to me like it's designed to sit. So you're seeing it more this way. These are stickers. To me, these make sense. You probably wouldn't get a printed piece for these because they're probably never going to reuse it. But you build this nice looking statue of Salazar Slytherin, or so they claim. And then, has the mouth and everything. So you could have the snake, you could have the basilisk come out of there. And then you also get these really cool snake statues that are just this top printed piece with some emerald like pieces, some more emeralds in the head, just some really cool pieces. I think these are probably some of the best pieces in the set, just as stuff they probably came up just for this set. And I think that looks really cool. And then you also have some more. Then you also have some more of the Great Hall. With a bread roll, a chocolate frog, some cups, and then some wizarding cereals. These are also stickers. I think they should be printed on those. But I can understand that we're not going to get all the pieces printed, and I think the Hogwarts banner would be a lot more important. But the cereal containers, I think, would work really well as printed pieces also. All right. Then we have the rest of the build, which is several smaller segments, so you can assemble it however you like. You could easily replace this dueling platform classroom with the Hogwarts potion incident, where you have Moaning Myrtle's bathroom, and that would tie a little closer to this chute piece, which has some nice exterior, and then the large chute with a white frog here to indicate it's been underground for a long time, and then some bones from being in the chamber. This next little is just an extra little top piece with the Quidditch broom and a little flying stands. You could have one of the characters flying around and yet another toad. And then if we come to the dueling classroom, or the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, but you get a few benches where students could sit, cage for the doxies, and then a portrait of Gilderoy Lockhart, which is a sticker. So those are the ones I think, okay, those are stickers, fair enough. Kind of makes sense to me. And then you also get a skull, a pink toad, and some, bottles, and then a large portrait of Gilderoy Lockhart, painting a portrait of Gilderoy Lockhart, which is I think actually as portraits go, this works really well. It would be cool if it was a printed piece, but that is also one where, as well, it is unique to second year for when Lockhart was the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, and you're probably not going to reuse it as much as you might, say, a Hogwarts banner. And then it just sits right on top of that other chamber piece. Then we have an astronomy tower and the Defense Against the Dark Arts office, which has 4 other portraits of Gilderoy Lockhart, one with Harry Potter, and then a few others from his supposed adventures, and then also a stack of autographs with one printed on top, and a spare hairpiece, and yet another chocolate frog tucked way in the back of that window. It does have this nice set of windows just sticking out from the castle to kind of break up, the flatness that you would probably have otherwise. And I think the windows actually look really nice on this. And then on top of it, you have the astronomy tower with a telescope made from, I think, an old blaster piece from Star Wars, possibly. Might not be. But I think it goes together pretty cool, I think, with the telescope piece. Actually, let's just take that section off so you can kind of see a little better. You get this nice telescope, a globe, Hedwig, and then a star chart for the astronomy students. And this can just sit where the students can use it as they wish. And so that's the astronomy portion, and that can just sit right on top of the defense classroom, giving you a tall section of the castle. And you can, of course, put the minifigures wherever you like. Overall, I think it was a really nice set. Lots of great minifigures, and just a nice small representation of the Chamber of Secrets. Well, it was quite fun to put together. It is attachable, I should say, to the other Hogwarts pieces. You can attach even the set on its own together like that, and it snaps in. And then you can add the doorway here. I think it would be nice if there were a few less stickers, but that's a common thing from me. But really, the Hogwarts banner is one I think that is kind of inexcusable to be a sticker piece at this point. The others, you can understand and go, okay, well, it's for the one set. Fair enough. But the Hogwarts banner, there's so many sets you could use that in. Why is it a sticker? Should be a printed piece. But overall, I had a great time building this. I like a lot of the little details from second year. You get the doxies, you get Gilderoy Lockhart's office, some astronomy. I mean, it is a little odd that there's not Draco Malfoy or Ron Weasley in this set, or Hermione, but a good selection of minifigures. The ghost, Nearly Headless Nick in this case, is really nice, and the fact that it glows in the dark is just a nice little touch. There's a couple other glow-in-the-dark elements that are a nice little extra touch. And I had a fun time putting it together, which I think is really a key component of a lot of these. Is it fun to build? If you have more of the Hogwarts sets, you could easily add them to this, although you might need to build some of your own framing for that base layer to bring it up to this level. But you could also remove that base layer entirely and just use these as the castle itself and have the base set somewhere else. It would also be possible. Or even generate multiple layers using other sets as well. It would pair very nicely with the Polyjuice Potion incident in Moaning Myrtle's bathroom. You could easily replace the defense classroom with that, or build up something and have it added in as well. And then you also get a nice large basilisk and of course, golden Voldemort. It's a nice set with a lot of great minifigures. It was a fun build and looks really nice. It's not quite the display piece on its own that some of the other sets are, but I think it's still a great set and would be a great part of any Hogwarts castle. That's all for today, folks. Catch you next time.